in a house that's new. Never promised me your big feet and you. From your ankle up, I'd say you're sure sweet. From there down, you're just too much feet. Your feet's too big. Don't want you cause your feet's too big. Can't you use you cause your feet's too big. I love you cause your feet's too big. Oh, your you have no conviction. You only got the sun. So strap on your ears and sit down, motion. You have no conviction. You only want the sun. To this motion picture meltdown.
Hello everyone, welcome again to another episode of Motion Picture Meltdown. Joining me today, my faithful co-host, Mark the Shark Hinton.
What's up?
Phil the Kill Collins.
Hey guys.
I'm Steven the Roast Rosenberg, and once again we have a special guest, Travis Hardon.
Word up, son.
It's like there's free food or something here. He's always here.
There's hot dogs. Here, you want a hot dog?
Yeah, I'll take a gas station hot dog.
Oh, God.
I'll take
Five
cheddar.
gas station hot
You
dogs.
are the gas station hot dog king.
Dude, I
I
don't
can't
eat
tell
those
you how many
anymore.
times my drunk ass will pass out somewhere and wake up and you're eating 4 gas station hot
Or
dogs.
you'll just see the
empty
container
container.
somewhere.
Yeah. It's just like, wake up. What? Travis has been here. There's a trail of fucking gas station hot dogs leading to a bottle of beer somewhere.
I actually think the last time he stayed the night here, he left and came back and went into my fridge and got the hot dogs that he left in there, and then left. He was like, forgot about hot dogs.
I think I did.
It was pretty important.
Hey man, I bought them.
Well, anyway, 2 movies we're going to do for you today.
Shitty.
The 1987 Harry and the Hendersons, and 1996 Project Alf.
Oh, that was as late as '96.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
1996. Made
I
for
thought it was
TV,
before
dude.
that.
Yeah.
I would have assumed.
I thought it was like
made before
93.
that. What a piece of garbage.
We'll start out with Harry and the Hendersons, which is directed by William Deere, who actually directed Angels in the Outfield and Wild America. You guys remember that movie?
Yeah, vaguely.
The story of Marty Stauffer.
Yes, I know about Angels in the Outfield.
We know.
You know what's really bad though is like Harry and the Henderson actually, like you pointed out earlier, won that
Doc Brown.
Academy Award for Best Makeup, and Project Alf is better.
Yeah. I was completely surprised that it won an Oscar for Best Makeup.
Well, it was Rick Baker. Like he's done quite a bit of shit, I believe.
Yeah. John Lithgow stars George Henderson, Melinda Dillon, who's from Christmas Story.
Ralphie's mom,
Yep. Kevin Peter Hall, who was actually in
Big Top Pee Wee.
Big Top Pee Wee, and as we told you last time, he also plays played the Predator, because he's dead as fuck now.
AIDS.
Yeah, he was an AIDS dead.
AIDS
AIDS
dead.
dead.
AIDS dead.
He died massively of AIDS. He's super dead.
He's like 7'2". You don't just kind of die from AIDS when you're 7'2". You fucking die.
It's funny how we talk about our podcasts, and like we look on IMDb, and the shit that it suggests that we would like from these movies is also shit that we've already podcast. Like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh, dude.
I love Ernest.
Problem
Just
child.
throws it in the trash.
Dude, you know we're going to end up podcasting that horrid piece of shit.
Probably.
Hopefully I'll kill myself or die of cancer before then.
So, or
Everybody
be
has
an AIDS
dies of
dead.
cancer.
AIDS dead.
Of course, Harry and Henderson is about a family that's out camping, and they hit Harry, or Bigfoot.
Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Skunk ape, whatever.
They hit him with a car, and they take him back to their house, in which he has a fucking shit fit at first, just destroying everything.
He fucking knocks over the fridge.
Not
to get
before he
food out of
eats
it.
everything out of the refrigerator. Like I said to Steven and everyone earlier, like I just feel like he's your drunken uncle at a family reunion.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in, breaks your furniture, tears up all your pictures, eats all your fucking food, pisses on your floor, pukes in your kitchen, and then leaves.
Pukes in your kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't
It's-
have any uncles like that, but I imagine that it would suck.
I'm sure.
Everybody has an uncle like that. It's just yours might already
Right.
be dead.
Yeah.
You know?
I killed him.
And it's that uncle that, like, stops in on their way on vacation to take a shit and then leaves.
Yeah, right. Hey, I heard you guys were having a family reunion. Ooh, food, and then out right after that. You know,
Yeah. Harry, of course, is played by
Kevin Peter
Peter
Hall,
Hall.
which we just talked about. You
and
completely just Men in Blacked yourself there.
well, no, I was going to talk about the fact that Kevin Peter Hall is already a gigantic fucking man, but the guy who did the Harry makeup actually put extensions in the legs to make him even taller. So whereas where I think Kevin Peter Hall was like 7 foot something, they made Harry like 8'4".
It's pretty fucking tall.
Yeah, and stay next to Lithgow. John Lithgow's already tall. He's like
Pretty tall.
6'2" or 6'3", and this guy makes John Lithgow look like a midget.
Yeah.
So
A small child.
It's kind of like this gigantic, super scary black guy I saw at the Dropkick Murphys concert last week. That I shit you not, the top of my head came to his shoulder.
God. That's
What a
pretty
mess.
It was
Dude.
probably the largest man I've ever seen.
Like in person.
In person.
Yeah.
Like it was like an eclipse when he walked by because he bumped into me and I went, "What the fuck?" Oh, never
Like a
mind.
spaceship.
I'm not saying shit to this guy.
No, I was about to just hand him my wallet.
You're like,
Good.
you know what, this isn't a stick up, but here's my wallet, cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shirt if you want it.
Right.
Probably
It's,
won't fit.
it's weird seeing John Lithgow in a non-villain role.
That's what we were talking
We were talking
Uh,
about that the whole time.
like,
He's
he's-
the only roles he ever got.
I remember...
Non-villain role in Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
That's about it. Actually.
Yeah, like,
That and this.
pretty much.
It's
Because I
because of
remember
how
him...
prim and proper it
Cliffhanger.
sounds.
Cliffhanger. Oh, God, Cliffhanger.
Fuck yes, Cliffhanger.
And that one movie with Denzel Washington, I can't
And
remember.
Dexter. He was on
Yeah.
the whole season of Dexter, and he was a fucking...
He's creepy.
Villainous.
He's just very creepy. He's like, in my opinion, he kind of reminds me of Peter Weller in the as far as the creepiness
Yeah.
goes. Like,
Well, it's the thing because he just looks. I mean, he made the perfect role in Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Because he looks like your next door neighbor. You would never suspect anything of him. And then you hear him talk, and then you look at his face, and you're like, what a sweet, nice guy. And really, in all honesty, he's fucking children in the ear. You know, just whenever you go to sleep, you just hear, no, don't put yeah.
yeah,
Well, that was really awful.
And
I just
awkward.
had that- I just pictured the shit out of that.
Good. I'm so
Pictured
glad.
the shit out of it.
This movie sucks.
It's real boring.
It's 2 hours that you will never get back. Do not fucking watch it.
The only reason to watch it is
Save
to
up
admire the Sasquatch makeup and go, oh, cool, it does look
That's
really
the
good.
best thing about this movie.
You
Like,
do that on YouTube. Don't watch the movie.
and we were talking about the fact that Kevin Peter Hall is like a big black guy, but he has the bluest eyes ever, and they're not.
That's
contacts.
what I said during. They're not.
No, that's what I was reading, and they said that they were going to put contacts on him, but because he has such pretty and expressive eyes that they did not put
I
contacts.
still
on
think
him.
it's bullshit.
I thought
think
he
he
did have
totally
contacts.
used contacts in there.
Dude, he looked like it, but maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know, man. Don't know.
Either way, they were very nice.
But the
eyes.
top half, the top half of his face is prosthetic, and then the bottom half is controlled with
Yes.
like almost like a remote control
Animatronic.
car control. It's
To
fucking
control his
hilarious.
mouth. And it was perfect because, I mean, it like when they showed his lips up close,
was
they
good.
looked real.
Yeah.
They just looked like prosthetics, and they just put makeup on it.
I think the shittiest thing about the costume was like the feet.
Oh yeah, the feet were terrible looking.
And the hands are kind of shitty too.
Yeah. Dude,
But it was 1987. You're looking at
Dog
25
turd
years.
fingers.
Oh
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, they
His
did. They
fingers
looked
look
like
like poop.
they didn't look like dog turd fingers. They looked like mutated, gigantic, Great Dane, mega spiked stegosaurus turd. Yeah.
They were pretty big turds. Fingers.
There's not a whole lot that we could get from this movie. One thing that I thought was kind of hilarious is I almost said Christopher Lloyd. Whenever John Lithgow's running through the city trying to find Harry, and he just starts howling like Uncle Fester.
Like, why would he think that would make him come?
I don't know, but that is
He's
the
just
same
running
fucking
and
howl.
howling.
It is
Yeah.
exactly the
It's
same.
exactly the same howl.
But no, what about that suspenseful moment where Harry sees the dog for the first time, the family dog, which is like this Jack Russell Terrier, and he goes and he picks it up, and Steven's like, God, he's gonna rip that dog's head
Because
off.
he grabs its head like he's about to rip it off.
He's like,
am I gonna rip it off? Am I?
And if you've never seen Harry and the Hendersons, to describe his personality, he is a non-English speaking, smelly fucking hippie. He flips out because he finds out John Lithgow's a hunter, and he sees all the stuffed animals in his house, and he's like tearing the house apart because of it. And he starts burying the remains of like his wife's fucking mink coat in the fucking garden in the backyard and shit.
She's a vegetarian, of course.
Yeah.
Right? No,
No,
he
no,
eats
they-
fish. Because
yeah.
he
He's a
eats the fuck.
pescatarian.
Yeah, he eats the fuck out of their fucking goldfish.
And the fish sandwich.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
Oh yeah.
And then gives the kid like 12 hamburgers because
Yeah.
he got them mixed up, I guess. When he
Right.
ordered.
Right. Yeah. Totally mixed that up.
And the, I don't know if you guys thought this, but me and Travis both thought this when we were watching it. The fucking face of Harry looked
Oh.
just like the troll from fucking...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. From
You're scared stupid.
yes,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much so.
That mixed with Ron Perlman.
The teeth.
Oh, if they remade
What-
Harry and the
what about-
Hendersons,
It'd
Ron
have to be
Perlman.
him.
What
Yeah,
about
have
when
to.
they bathed Harry in the pool?
Oh, the next door
Oh,
neighbor.
it was just like swamp water afterwards.
And the pool guy comes out and was like, "Did you have a cat? Or do you have a cat?" No. Good. Then it's just a hairball because it's a hairball the size of a small child.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Dude,
Oh,
the
man.
biggest bullshit, hilarious part in that is when he slams on the brakes in that fucking dump truck, and that dumpster goes flying off the edge.
So fucking
That
stupid.
would
just
never,
slides
ever
up.
happen.
And everybody
Everyone
inside
would
just
die.
happened
Because
to
it landed on its wheels somehow, too. And rolled.
get the fuck
But
out
dude,
of
that
here.
thing would have dropped straight down if it even would fall off.
And the
Like,
shitty car effects whenever Harry got in the car and like the
Oh,
top of the hood like raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
So
somehow
fucking
did it
shitty.
again when he got in the car later. It didn't.
Oh, and what
Like,
about
Because
what
he
about
banged out the den.
what about
I
the
guess he's
floor
right.
in the kitchen? Whenever
Oh, he's standing
Tell
on
him to
the-
sit, and he just jumps up in the air.
no, whenever
Oh,
this
when
guy's
he's
standing
pushing
there
his
and
head
is
through
pushing
the,
up.
from the
Oh.
basement.
That's not how floors act.
No.
Not
It's
at
wood.
all.
Get the fuck out.
Then
Another.
again, we're arguing physics in a movie about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I believe in Bigfoot.
I mean, it's really the only interesting thing to talk about. There's
Aside-
nothing about this movie that you would want to see.
Aside from the siren noise that Harry makes toward the
Oh,
end of the
God.
movie when he's trying to get all the cars out of the way.
Did you really have to get that long of a
Oh,
fucking
yeah. We had to hear all the destruction and all the horribleness
Right.
going on behind
And they're
it.
driving down the highway in a truck that looks like Mater from
Dude.
Cars.
That thing put off so much fucking smoke.
It's like,
Oh,
here,
it's
let's
like
get
Uncle
away,
Buck's
but then he
car.
just
Yeah,
easily
right.
follows the smoke. Oh
And
my
it's
God,
driven,
like
and
Uncle
it's the
Buck's car.
anthropologist that runs the Bigfoot Museum.
Oh, of course.
Like, I mean, because an anthropologist is going to go sit in a shitty, half fucking eaten camper in the middle of the woods in Washington and sell Bigfoot hats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of go making
Footprints.
lots of money
being an
off being an anthropologist.
And you know that from being an anthropologist.
Right,
You are.
I am.
Yeah.
But forgot
I
about
am.
all the millionaire anthropologists that there are.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, the ones that teach at Ivy Tech.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that probably got their education at Ivy Tech, too. All of it. Oh, hey, you're going to be an anthropologist? Take this online course.
Which is also the course that Mark took to become an
I
anthropologist.
took 3 of them.
He has 3 diplomas in anthropology.
Yep. I know how to make plaster casts of big feet now.
Good.
Big feet.
Big feet.
Big
Of
feet.
large
Big
feet.
feet, large feet, grande feet.
But yeah, this was definitely the.
Shitty
With as
as it is.
shitty as Alf is, it's still better. Because
It's
this
so
movie's
fucking
so
boring.
boring.
It's
yeah.
2
and
hours.
it's 2 hours long. It is
God,
so
yeah, it's
long.
too
It's
long.
it's like a kids movie family drama because like there are only a couple of halfway funny parts in it, and the only reason that they're funny is if you're 6 years old.
Right,
But the movie's so goddamn long. Like I remember this movie being hilariously awesome as a kid, but now, and I've seen it like a year ago, and I don't remember it being all that bad for some reason. But now I sit here and watch it, and I'm just like, God damn it!
Yeah,
A lot changes in like a year.
definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty. Just fucking throw it away.
Yeah, we don't recommend it.
Right? You can get it for $5 at Walmart. Don't.
No, spend that $5 on
If somebody gives it
Spaceballs.
to you,
Yeah, way better purchase.
if
Right.
somebody gives you the tape for free, just immediately break in half. Throw it.
On their face.
Yeah, as revenge.
Speaking of breaking in half on your face, let's go ahead and move to Project Alf, directed
The worst
by
movie made in 1996.
Dick Lowry
Who is a dick?
and a
Yeah,
Lowry.
Lowry.
Yep. And he directed such groundbreaking films as
A
Nothing.
horse for Danny.
I see a lot of TV movies.
every
This
one
is-
of his fucking movies is a TV movie.
Oh God, he did one of the fucking Tom Selleck, Jesse Stone movies. God
He
damn
is the
it!
champion of television movies. He has
Starring-
over 900 under his belt.
Starring Jesse Stone, or starring Tom Selleck and Tom Selleck's mustache.
I don't
As
understand.
Jesse Stone and Jesse Stone's mustache.
Right.
Oh, and he did The Diamond of Jeru.
What is that?
I don't know.
I'll
Was
tell
that
you
like
what it
Blood
is.
Diamond on ABC?
It probably.
Ew.
Every one of these fucking movies is a TV movie.
Yeah, well, let's
And
just
there's
not-
like 100 of them.
Smokey and the Bandit Part 3.
You know what? Let's stop talking about this motherfucker. Let's just talk about the shitty movie.
Alf, Project Alf, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Martin Sheen.
What the fuck?
For who knows what
Mark
fucking
Mark
reason.
was like, this was in the dead zone of Martin Sheen's career. And I was like, hey, that's funny because Martin Sheen was in the movie The Dead Zone.
Right, and I totally didn't even do that on
Didn't
purpose.
even
Yeah,
notice
and then I was like, wait a minute, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't even see his name.
Unintentional
Like,
pun.
I didn't even see his name. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. And then, like, he just comes on screen in the first, like, 30 seconds. I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie?
Like,
Yeah,
we were
you know-
actually looking for the stars. Like,
But you know what he did the year after he did Project Alf? Spawn.
Caught him. I was gonna say, cut himself in half.
Well, like, he's been in some good shit since then. Like, I think he was in
He was in The Departed.
and Traffic.
What was the show? West Wing. When that show was amazing. I mean, it won all kinds of awards. I never watched it. I'm lying.
Well, yeah, I don't know. And of course, if you don't know who Martin Sheen is, it's Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez's father.
Yeah. Only less cocaine.
Emilio Estachine and Charlie Vaz.
Charlie Vez.
Yeah, he also does the voice of the Elusive Man in the Mass Effect games for you video game nerds out there.
Right.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
But it was so goddamn shitty. I just wanted to die. But it was not as bad as fucking Harry.
No.
It's more entertaining.
Miguel Ferrer, who is just a cocksucker in every movie he's ever been in.
Oh, is that his name?
You may know him from being a cocksucker in every movie.
other movie he's ever been in.
RoboCop.
Oh, was he in Traffic also?
Yeah.
Probably playing a cocksucker.
I think he was in Traffic, the show, I think.
Playing a cocksucker. Ooh, did I see Thundercats? Like voice in Thundercat? Yep.
He was in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2.
Oh, awesome.
Also
Wow,
probably
you really
playing a
fucking hit
cocksucker.
it out of the park with that one. He was in Hercules, the show.
TV series, yeah. I remember that episode. And he was Aquaman's voice in a couple of the Superman cartoon.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
God, he has a very sporadic.
God, you know you have to be a shitty motherfucker if you voice Aquaman.
Yeah, you don't even play
Aquaman
Aquaman.
is the horrible fucking comic hero that no one likes.
He was in The Stand also.
Yeah.
He was a shitty
He was
piece
in
of shit in that
That
too.
other
Yep.
guy was in there, wasn't he?
Huh?
Yeah,
say
the
that old
fucking
guy
old
was in
dude.
his
Yeah, the old man.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah, the old man who runs the hotel was in The
Doesn't
Stand.
matter.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking movie
Yeah, he
sucks.
is.
And I know I recognize him those from Hot Shots Part 2,
Oh, I forgot about
which
Yeah,
is
that's
he
basically the only time.
sneezes in the. Well, he's even a fuck in that for like half the movie.
He's just a
That
fuck.
means that in real life he's probably the coolest motherfucker alive.
Probably. He was actually in one of the first podcasts Motion Picture Meltdown ever did.
Yeah.
And whenever we
The
did the
Night
Night Flyer, yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he's the star.
And he's
Yeah.
also an ass fuck in that movie.
He is.
He's a total dick.
He's in
Yeah.
Star Trek.
He's in Wrath of Khan. Wait, I thought he was in Wrath of Khan.
Well, instead he was in the Search for Spock.
Well, anyway,
He's
he's a
not in
stupid
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Alf is captured by the government. This takes place like 5-6 years after the show takes place.
Yeah.
Because after the show takes place, the family's moved into protective custody.
In Iceland.
In Iceland.
Right.
And then they take Alf.
Right, and they take Alf, and Alf becomes basically...
A midget
Alien.
orange mafia boss in the
Pretty
fucking
much.
prison. He's a bookie and
Yeah.
gambles and eats food constantly because he has 8 stomachs.
So, I'm just wondering, is Alf just like the shitty Paul?
Kind of, yeah.
Or
He
is
can't-
Paul...
Well, and that's...
Paul is just a way better Alf, basically.
That's what I'm saying about Alf. Like, I was telling Mark, Alf looks awful.
He does.
Like,
He's the worst.
He has the worst suit
Like
ever.
his face, like the top part of his face, is obviously plastic. Like they couldn't have made it out of like a plush material.
And
it's
this is-
obviously fucking.
This is well past like Jim Henson's prime in movies and shit
Yeah.
like that. So you know that the possibilities are out there.
Big time.
This is '96. This is post Jurassic Park.
I think they used the same Alf like configuration
They had
from
to.
the show.
Well, they did. They probably just went and pulled it out of the closet
I
because the
think-
creator of Alf is the same guy that does the voice of Alf.
I think we still got.
Wasn't there like a Family Guy episode or something whenever they opened the Alf suit and there was a skeleton in it or something?
I thought that was like C-3PO or something.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way. It's,
But by the third season, I was completely wasted all the time. I lost all control of my bodily functions. They had to cut the crap out of my fur before each taping.
yeah.
Fucking Alf behind the music or whatever.
Ed Begley Jr. was in this movie, of course.
For like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
I love him in
He's the
Pineapple
best.
Express.
That and Arrested Development, man, he's hilarious in those.
But yeah, there's a lot of little cameos and stuff from people that you'd recognize, like barely. And so
Yeah,
like,
people
oh, I've
whose
seen him in
careers
one or two.
almost took off.
Yeah, I've seen him in one or two things. in the last 20 years.
Ed Begley Jr.
Alf does make a whole bunch of like sexual innuendos and adult type jokes for being a family show.
Mm-hmm. He asked that chick to get on his lap.
Yeah, and
he goes vacuum my lap so she can sit on it.
Yeah, and the fucking the saltpeter jokes that he keeps making. Is it true about the saltpeter in the military? Because I can't hold it. Cut off the tape.
I have trouble maintaining a click.
Yeah, or like when you sit next to the woman at the cocksucker's house, and he's like,
"How do you feel about dating outside of your species?"
It wouldn't be the first time.
Isn't she delightful?
Like, I don't even know what that means.
Was she in fucking horse porn?
Yeah, some kind of porn. Like, she's obviously fucked something that is not
or
human.
alien.
Yeah.
Which, fucking
a horse more than likely.
And she looks familiar too. Actually,
maybe that's what the joke's from.
Maybe
whatever something she was at, but I don't care enough to look into it at all. You're gonna do it.
Oh, that's Liz Coke.
I'm gonna. Yeah, her name is Liz Coke.
Yeah, obviously does all kinds of coke. I've never seen anything she's ever been in.
Bachelor Party Vegas.
They just say video next to him.
82130. That
bunch of
awesome title.
a whole bunch of shitty Cinemax porn.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ew.
Basically, what we're saying is you can see her on horsemasturbators.com.
Yep. Exactly. Right there with me and Philip.
Yep. Both together. And the horse.
Of course, the horse. Of course.
Nah, I knew that was cool.
It's just so fucking shitty. One part that was probably the funniest part of the entire movie is when they kidnap Elf to save his life or whatever.
He doesn't give a fuck about, by the way.
Yeah,
he doesn't care as long as they feed him.
He calls the military after they break him out.
They ask him, Alf, what do you care about? Money or your life? And it takes like 20 minutes to think about that answer.
That's not an exaggeration. 20 minutes of this movie is that, and 20 minutes of this movie is them just driving in this pink Cadillac.
Oh,
it's like,
this perfect condition pink Cadillac
that's
from the
worth
$70s.
It was a 59 or something.
Yeah, that's worth $700-800.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, you gotta think, like, how bad Alf was, like, just pulling the wool over the drunk motherfucker's eyes. He was just like, hey, I'll give you this property of the U.S. government van.
But the dude was the one who said it cost $600 or $700.
Yeah.
And a gross of socks.
Gross. Hope you look good in military
That's
almost
as good as a frozen burrito and an ice cold squirt.
One frozen burrito and a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Sounds great. Add an ice cold squirt and I'll be in hog heaven.
God damn it. Fuck you and stop talking about Thunder in Paradise and Hulk Hogan.
An ice cold squirt.
Ew.
What the fuck is an ice cold squirt?
The orange drink? Is it an orange drink?
Would you like to explain what a squirt is for the second time on Motion Picture Meltdown? I believe the last time you said it was a lemon lime soda or a Sprite that was left on the side of the highway in Arizona for 18 years.
I do not remember this at all.
I may be able to take a clip from that and just put
add
it
it to
in
this
here.
podcast.
Yeah, you might have to now.
It's pretty much obligatory. But
imagine Sprite that you found on the side of the road in Arizona that had been there for 16 years. You crack it open and drink it. That's what Squirt tastes like.
It sounds like some sort of like diarrhea that.
It's welfare Sprite. That's what it is. It's welfare Sprite. It's not even Walmart Sprite. You know, Mountain Mist or whatever the shit it is.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Dr. K.
Sierra Turd or something.
Drink the shit out of some Dr. K. and some Mountain Thunder or whatever the fucking shit.
Which one was the one that was like Dr. Pepper, but it still had the word thunder in it?
Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had Dr. K, Dr. Thunder, and Mountain Thunder.
And Mr. K.
Yeah. I actually went to the Dr. Pepper Museum one time in Waco, Texas, and they had an entire room committed
Dr.
to
Pepper knockoffs?
of Dr. Pepper knockoffs.
That's
and there was actually a Dr. Satan in there.
Dr. Satan?
Yeah.
Dr. Satan!
Like,
dude, why the hell does Dr. Satan not still exist?
Dude,
please let us go get a 6-pack of Dr. Satan. I will pay.
Google it. I bet you can find that shit on Amazon for like $2 a case. Probably buy the fucking pallet. God, you really are going to look it up, too. We don't need IMDb anymore. Who gives a fuck looking at these movies? You know who's in this movie? Alf. That's who's in this movie.
You know what else? Fuck this movie. It's shitty, I hate it, and I don't like it.
Fucking seriously.
Dr. Satan soda.
Devil with the drinking with
maybe
the
it was Dr. Devil. I don't know. It was something.
Either
Still,
one.
Dr. Devil is
I like
pretty
Dr.
hilarious.
Satan.
Yeah.
Steven, if you don't find Dr. Satan soda for me.
Soda.
Fake.
Soda bubbles.
Fake.
I don't know.
Dr. Evil? That's obviously not it.
I love how Google even doesn't have fucking spell check in. It's like, oh, you said Dr. Devil? We'll put this picture of Mike Myers in.
But anyway, one of the funniest things is when he gets caught, when they try to get him out of there, and he's inside. They have him in this mailbag, and they're driving around, and he says,
"I don't recognize this part of the country. Could be this bag that I'm in."
That's the funniest line
really
of the
funny.
whole movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole time, like, as soon as they put him in the bag and he wakes up, he's like, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. They won't let him go, so he pisses in the bag.
yeah, like a cat.
And then tells the guy, hey, take this bag to the laundromat on the way out. Why? Yeah, picks it up. Ew.
Yeah, you didn't
And jumps
let
on
him
the
piss.
bed for hours because he doesn't sleep. And he's just the most obnoxious little orange
He's
fucker
such
on
a
the planet.
dick during that part.
He was just counting, too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping on the
I
bed.
thought you were meaning he didn't sleep at all.
And Rapey McRapester comes to the door, and he's like, "I'm a truck driver. I need my sleep."
Yeah.
I don't need that headboard banging on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
That guy even looked familiar.
Well, yeah, somehow. He was probably in a tampon commercial somewhere.
There's just nothing else.
Speaking of tampons.
Yeah, there's really nothing
But no,
else.
hold on. We got to talk about the ending. All right. It's
God,
over.
they brought
That's
that.
it. There is no
They
ending.
brought that to a close so fast.
I know. I looked at my guy. I was like, "That's it? That's the end?"
He's just like,
he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "He goes, what else did you want?" And I was like, "Closure."
He got that guy on tape, and that was it. And
Yeah.
like,
Like,
well,
they didn't
good
even
job,
say
guys.
if he got in trouble. Like, they're like, well, you
He's
got
just not
promoted.
in the movie
Yeah, they
anymore.
just promote him and put a fucking admiral jacket on it or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it is.
The ambassador from another planet, and they kiss his ass like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they're
Even
just
though
like, you
his
can
planet
stay here in
exploded
comfort
and
forever.
they
Because
don't need a
Then he
fucking
just gives them all
vaccine.
pretzels and Coke, and that's
Yeah,
those-
popcorn,
sells it
pretzels,
to
and
him.
soda.
Yeah, he doesn't even give it to him. He just sells it to him.
Because he's a shithead. Alf is a shithead.
God, he said
Why
that.
do they have to have those? Why do they have to have these court meetings in a fucking Air Force
Hangar.
air
Yeah,
hangar?
fucking, oh, what the hell?
Why?
Is that necessary?
At the beginning of the
answer
movie,
is
they
no, it's
drive
not.
their cars to the table because it's so fucking big.
Neither of these movies are necessary for
No,
me at all.
No.
Dude,
But of course, we watch them
I
so that
hate
we
both
can
of
make
these
fun of them and
Yeah.
sit here and talk about how no one else on the planet should watch them.
Ever.
Ever.
But seriously, though,
No one.
I mean, Harry and the Hendersons has John Lithgow in it. I assumed it would be the better of the two. It's not.
It's
Don't
not.
watch it.
No.
Don't watch Alf. Don't even watch the show Alf.
Like, if you have the choice
Or the
between-
show Harry and the Hendersons.
Or exactly.
Stay away from both of these creatures forever.
It's not a good time to be a mythical creature from lore or from space. It does not matter. You are a terrible fucking actor. Go to hell.
You can go buy, like, every single
Space
season of
War.
Alf for, like, $4 at
Oh, yeah.
buybacks.
We forgot that that Harry learns how to say okay at the end of the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Oh, and he sounds like fucking Frankenstein from
Yeah.
Monster Squad. Yeah. He's like, die.
Just a choir of retards. That's what we
Yeah.
got.
Oh, man.
Christ.
How many times are going to be called retards today?
I don't care.
Retards.
If the boot fits.
But-
on your head, like fucking Michael Keaton in Multiplicity when he wears a boot on his head as the retard.
Or whenever he puts a piece of pizza in his wallet. Now that's a good That's awesome.
Yes. I'm going to buy you a present. A chainsaw?
Chainsaw
Or a book.
Or a book.
Me mentioning that part in that movie was better than both of those other movies.
Or when he's
no,
shaving
easy.
his tongue. Oh, it's okay. We
Chicken
take the
blade,
the blades out. We shave him in his sleep.
Yeah.
You shave a retarded guy in his sleep. Like, how safe is that? Because if he wakes up, he's going to retard strength you through the ceiling
Yep.
Yeah,
And
okay.
probably
I'm
cut
gonna-
his face off in the process.
and calls everybody
I'm gonna
Steve.
take you to SeaWorld. Good. I'm gonna eat a dolphin.
I'm going to eat a dolphin. I'm going to eat a dolphin.
Why are we not watching that movie instead of
Seriously,
wasting our
so
time?
because it's good.
I'm gonna eat a dolphin. Or when he delivers pizzas and newspapers the same way, just throws them.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's all the time that we have for either of these terrible fucking goddamn movies.
Just if
She
you
touched
didn't
my peppy,
realize,
thief.
My peppy.
we spend 90% of this podcast talking
Talking about
about
other
everything
shit.
else
Something
except
else.
for these fucking movies.
We
Don't
really
watch
do.
them.
Fuck Alf. Fuck Harry Alf.
Fucking-
In his hairy fucking shitty puppet costume. Muppet snakes.
And God, what would it have even fucking proved if you did get on the air? What would it have proved?
Nothing.
This is because people would have looked at it like,
That's a fucking
oh, cool,
puppet.
a new episode of the Muppets. Wow, the Muppets went downhill the last 20 years.
We didn't even talk about him being on TV, and I just mentioned it.
No,
gives
I
a
don't
shit?
care.
It
Fuck
doesn't matter. Just continuity can suck my dick, so can this fucking podcast.
Fuck continuity. Join me today, Travis Hardon,
What the fuck out there?
Phil the Kill Collins. Martin Short. Bye. See you later.
Yeah.